How do I M24 tell my girlfriend F27 that body type makes certain positions uncomfortable? My girlfriend is a bigger woman who I absolutely adore. She's the kindest, most beautiful woman I've ever met, and her weight has never once bothered me or impacted our relationship. Until recently. She decided she wanted to try having sex on top for a change, and I was fully on board. The only problem is, once she gets going she has a really bad habit of sitting/bouncing on my balls. I've tried repositioning but is just too big to avoid. How do I politely bring this up to her without making it about her weight? She's always been sensitive about her appearance despite not being terribly overweight, and my constant reassurances that she's the most beautiful woman in my world. Thank you in advance. Just don't put any comments about her body in the statement, and have some new positions in mind to try. Easy. Babe, can we actually try this a different way? When you move like that it's uncomfortable on my balls, and it's hard to enjoy things as much I want to. What if we did this instead? Can you not just say the position isn't comfortable for you? Just don't mention her weight. Hey babe, when you're on top you bounce on my nuts too much. Reverse cowgirl. I don't think it's a body type thing. It's a positioning thing. I mean, my wife is tiny, and she does this to me sometimes. It happens when she's actually sitting on me. Like when her upper body is perpendicular to mine. It's just too much downforce, and if it doesn't land on my balls, she winds up grinding my hip bones. I have to pull her closer to me so her upper body is diagonal to mine, like going from a 90 degrees angle to a 45 degrees angle. So if your girlfriend is smashing into your crotch, just pull her forward a bit. The only way straight up and down works is if they're holding themselves off you by basically squatting. Dude, this has nothing to do weight, I'm 130, and when I'm top same thing happened. My significant other literally said you're hitting my balls, so we changed positions. If you're in pain let her know. Holler out. You're bouncing my balls too hard. Now it's your problem to solve together. Try a pillow under your ass. Works wonders. My wife, 41F, ignored my 42M advice again, and it feels like the straw that broke the camel's back. I am a married guy of 10 years with 2 amazing kids and a loyal wife. Recently, we went on a kid-free holiday with our best mates, another couple. During this time, everyone in the group, except myself, really fixated on food and shopping. Personally, I don't like shopping, but I love adventure, so I took some time alone to go dolphin and seal diving, to explore the coastline, and to basically go on little adventures during the times they focused on eating and consumerism. During my adventures, I found the most beautiful isolated rock pool. The water was amazing, and despite the crazy rugged coastline, it was so calm and beautiful. It really was one of the most beautiful swims I've ever had. Upon my return to the group, I relayed my amazing find and said I would love to take everyone there. It's only a short drive and a short walk down a cliff in. If they wanted to come, I think they'd love it. To my surprise, they all agreed to come and see it, although they wouldn't swim, which is fine, it was pretty cold anyway. So we left. At this point, the other bloke said he'd drive. No worries, I can give you directions, I said. He ignored my directions and found a spot a few km away and decided that was it. I told the whole car, no, we are way too far away. The coastline is rugged and full of sharp rocks, but I know an awesome track that would lead us right there, so let's go park there and take that track in. My pleading fell on deaf ears, so I stood my ground. In a last attempt, I said directly to my wife, hey, this isn't the spot, we won't be able to get in. You'll hate walking over jagged rocks. No, it will be fine, she said, and still my voice fell on deaf ears. So what would have been a beautiful 20-minute walk turned into a 2-hour death march with us getting all cut up. It's not the end of the world, but it was just so disappointing to tell my wife, hey, please trust me on this. Please listen to me on this. And for that to result in her actively siding against me. For context, I've bought all the money into our relationship. I always jump to placate her desires with new cars, new house, holidays, etc. When we got together, I was pretty messy with alcohol, and it took much courage from my wife to point out that what I thought was normal was actually self-destructive behavior. But I did listen to her. I did learn to redirect negative behaviors into positive ones. I've not drunken for many years now, and I completely replaced my poor behaviors with working out every day, eating super healthy, and enjoying much time in nature. She complains about her weight gain, put on 20 kilograms, but ignores my suggestions to join a gym together, play sport together, to eat healthy together, and to keep each other accountable. When we go to the park, I kick the footy with the kids, and she won't join in. If we disagree, she gets angry at me for having an opposing view. I usually relent to keep the peace, but I think this is just the straw that broke the camel's back. I spent 2 years in Iraq and Afghanistan, yet she gets nervous and really apprehensive about me taking the kids bush camping. Every positive suggestion from me seems to met with anger, anxiety, and reluctance. And this incident just seemed like pure oppositional defiance. She is a good person, I just don't know if we are a good match. Cheers for letting me vent. What's your take, Reddit? Focused on eating and consumerism. Do you at least hide this judgment from them? There's a lot to unpack here, but a lot of people are telling you to get couples and individual counseling, and they're right. You're opponents right now, not partners. Substantial changes need to happen, or the relationship needs to end. I think you would benefit from couples counseling, where you can express a lot of your frustrations in a neutral space, so you can work through it. If not that, then individual therapy. You view her as an adversary. Maybe she does the same to you. But the language you use about her and the assumptions you make, you've lost the ability to give her the benefit of the doubt. Definitely couples counseling. Maybe you can regain viewing each other as teammates. You've lumped a lot of issues into one thing that probably need to be separated and aren't just about her not listening. I agree with everyone else that you all need couples counseling. You don't seem to be able to assume the best in each other. You seem to have a lot of resentment and contempt for your wife. Relationships die that way. Couples therapy would really be better than Reddit. I did it for 2.5 years, and it seriously helped our communication skills. I 18F was called white trash by my 18M BF. How do I respond to such a comment? I have 2 dogs, and due to the cold, whether I'm not able to take out my dogs late at night, so there's times where my dog pees on a puppy pad I set for them. She's trained to only do her business on where her pad is, so this isn't a problem to me. In the morning all I do is pick up the pad, and all is good. Well, today my boyfriend came over in the morning, and he blatantly told me to my face that he thought I was disgusting for letting my dog do that. I obviously explained I'd pick it up, but there wasn't even any odor. He also proceeded to say my sister and I were white trash, and that we were disgusting for that, and for not taking out the garbage. Mind you, we take it out every 2 days, but the bin gets full quite fast. He later apologized, and I brushed it off and told him it was fine, but truthfully I'm very hurt, and I don't know if I should communicate this to him. I'm not even white, so it makes the comment even a little weirder. Clarifying, I have a Chihuahua who gets cold very easily. Despite the fact I'll put a jacket and a sweater on her, she refuses to go outside and will yank at the leash to go back inside. I'm not a lazy dog owner. They go out 3-4 times a day, and no, it's not about me being cold, it's about my dog, who's a tiny short-haired Chihuahua. My dog's well-being is my priority above all. You dump him. My wife and I are trying to decide if this is a real posting, or if you're trying out new material for a stand-up routine. Nevertheless, the "I'm not even white" punchline was hilarious. Thanks for the laugh. By packing his bags and send him walking. No excuse for that. Doesn't matter, he hasn't had dogs. He showed you what he really thinks, believe him. We learned when we were 5 years old that calling people names is mean. Don't date mean people. You're 18. You don't need someone who insults you. You can do better. However, he's being a complete asshole about it, but he's right. Purposefully letting your dog mess inside just because it's cold outside is lazy and gross. I would not want to continue a relationship with the eventual goal of moving in together with someone who does this. It's up to you how to proceed, but it looks like you might both be better off with different partners. Show him the exit door. And the next time someone hurts you, don't brush it off. Tell them. Men, how would you like to hear this? F24 and M33. I have known this guy for a couple years, and we had hooked up a long time ago, but it was nothing serious, and we had never had an actual date. He tried a lot, but I was in a bad place emotionally and never considered. Now recently we started talking again, and I agreed to go on a real date. Since then it's been 3 of those, and I think I might be cooked. We had a great time out. He's extremely sweet, and the sex was out of this world every time. Problem is, it didn't feel like a ONS. It was very romantic, passionate, and I hadn't had that in a long time. Not sure if I do like him, but I just feel like this man deserves every fucking thing I could give him. Like, little does he know he could ask me anything right now, and I'm sold. He isn't really the player type, and I get the sense it might turn out serious, but I'm too scared to act too emotional and ruin it all. Now, men of Reddit, how do I show appreciation that he's doing a great job in and out of bed and make my position clear without seemingly rushing things? Just keep going on dates with him, and keep being as sweet to him as you say he is to you. Edit. It was nice to read something positive in this subreddit for a change. Saying he's doing a great job, and be specific about the things he does well will make his day if not his whole week. Will not sound forced, too quick, clingy or anything. Just amazing to hear. Girl. So good to see that there are happy people out there. Keeping my fingers crossed for you, smiling face. So he's been chasing you pretty actively this whole time, and you're giving him a shot. I think the best thing you can do is let him know you appreciate him and are taking him seriously. Sounds like you're currently doing everything he wants, which is to be with you. Stop trying so hard to guard your feelings, and don't be afraid to be too emotional. Just show him your heart. Don't be afraid. Go for it. Love this. Red heart, not a man, so I'll reserve my input. Just glad to hear this positive. I'm guessing the comments about what you appreciate are probably spot on, but I think I'll follow along to learn from the guys myself.